There you go.
There you go. Now it's recording.
Okay.
I'll get this.
Didn't know how to do
Okay.
it.
This is what I've learned in each step.
That's awesome.
Okay. Step 1, I was admitting disloyalty. In this step, I learned how disloyal I was being to myself and others. I found that telling the truth, even when you don't think you're gonna like it, the outcome is always better. You never know, something good could come out of it. Step 2 is about trust in your inner self. In this step, I learned that I should listen to my inner self more often. That it's that little voice inside my head that always tells me something bad is going to happen. And that's what I don't listen to ever. Step 3 is rules are made to be followed. In this step, I learned to just accept the rules in the program and take responsibility for my own actions and behaviors rather than blaming them on others for it. Step 4 is raising awareness. In this step, I realized what I've been doing in my days and what I really should be doing, which is keeping my time occupied in a positive way.
We'd like to see your face. I'm sure your dad would like to too.
Okay. Step 5 is you're going to hurt yourself. In this step, I realized how much I've damaged relationships with the people I love and how I could start fixing them. Because that was the activity. Step 6, getting to know and help others. In this step, I learned how good it really feels to help others in their time of need and volunteer places. Like, on Christmas, we handed out hampers, and we handed out like hundreds of them. And it was such hard work, but it actually felt so good. So that's an example. Step 7 is you are no longer what you were. In this step, I started setting my future goals. It really gave me a good idea of where I want to go in life and will help me stay on track with it. Step 8 is setting goals. In this step, I learned to make steps to accomplishing each goal and how and when you are going to accomplish them. At first, I thought doing all that was pointless, but after doing it, I realized how much it helped. Like the quote Robert always says, a goal without a timeline is just a dream. Step 9 is keeping the commitment to change, which I did through this whole program. I wanted to change and become a better person, and I'm well on my way there. Step 10 is old habits die hard. In this step, I learned to become aware of myself and my biggest problem areas. I've learned to deal with things in a more positive way. Step 11, committing to treating people the right way. In this step, I learned you should always treat people the way you want to be treated and that your attitude affects everyone around you, whether it's a random person or someone close to you. Step 12 is your normal what do you do now. This step I didn't really learn anything. This step was just like just recreating my goals and just like summing up what you learned through the whole thing. So.
And practice, practice, practice.
Yes, young lady.
That's what step 12 is also about. Practice, practice, practice.
Oh.
You don't know what you do now. You gotta practice.
Okay, my speech. I hate standing, it makes me more nervous. Okay, these past 4.5 months here have been a life-changing experience for me. Before coming to IPP, I started realizing how much I wanted to change and how bad I really felt over the things I've done. Coming to this program gave me an opportunity to become a more successful and better person, and I did everything I could to make it possible. At first, it was really hard being in a different home, away from parents and friends, and just in a completely different environment altogether. But as time went on, it really started to feel like home thanks to the workers and my home parents who made it possible. Where am I? I just kept my mind on the future and how fast this 4.5 months will go by, and it really did. I'm already standing at my grad and I don't even know where all that time went. I've learned so much about myself and what I want to do with my life here. I've also accomplished a lot in school and I have done better than I ever have in it. When I'm officially out, things will be different than before. I'll be off probation, so I won't be constantly worrying about what's going to happen. I may have my slips here and there because it's still a learning process for me. But for the most part, I'll be attending school every day. I'll have a job to keep my mind occupied. I'll be enjoying more family time and not hanging out with negative people who will bring me down. I'll also be working towards my future goal of becoming a youth corrections officer.
Yay!
To help kids like me because I'd understand what they're going through. I want to thank all of you who kept me believing in me and helped make me a better person I am today. This has really been a great experience and I'm really going to miss everyone here. That's it.
Awesome. Miss Chanel, this is
God, that's over.
this is the moment you have been waiting for.
Now shut it off and then you
Okay, I don't know how to shut it off though.